What's up, YouTube? Thanks for tuning in on this nice sunny morning here at the Greening Fam House. Today we are going to talk about those pesky little pests known as scale. As you can tell right behind me, I got two big birds of paradise. They have been with me kind of since I started getting into plants. Turns out they're actually a very hardy plant since I have kind of neglected them for quite some time. They got an infestation of scale, which we will talk about in a moment. These guys have also been stuck here in the plant room, and they actually get stressed out when they get too hot. But these plants have been continually growing over the last few years. One of these leaves didn't unfurl properly, so I had to help it, and I noticed that there was this sticky residue all over the leaf, so it actually couldn't unfurl because it was glued. So I looked underneath all these leaves. I noticed that there was a big pest infestation. There's a lot of different types of pests that are classified as scale, but these ones, they are literally little hard-shelled pests that like to suck all the nutrients right out of your plant. The adults, they will find a spot on your plant, hunker down, and then they lay a bunch of eggs, and then they continue to suck the sap right out of your plant, and then your little soft scale, known as crawlers, they will crawl around your plant, leaving a sticky residue known as honeydew around your plant. They will find their spot, and they will stick their little needle antennae type thing into your leaf or stem or whatever and start sucking up the nutrients, and then the life cycle begins all over again. So when you're trying to get rid of these, it's quite the process. I already tried to get rid of the scale on this plant once before. I used safer soap, I sprayed everything down, I plucked off all the little scale. I gave the plant a nice wipe down with some warm water and dish soap. Give her a good drink of water and with Super Thrive. But I just didn't catch it in time because there's still all the little baby eggs that I wasn't able to get to. All these products that I use will be listed down below in the description, so you can find them for yourself. So without further ado, let's get to it. So I actually had to divide them all. I shook off all the soil. And I noticed even in the base of each of them, there were scale in the smallest of crevices. So I just sprayed the actual base and I just rubbed off all the scale on it. All right, so we got our safer soap. We have some Q-tips, get in those small little areas. So I know some people will use rubbing alcohol. I wasn't able to get some. The safer soap I do enjoy. It's natural, and it usually gets the job done. So I'm going to start by inspecting each individual plant. So this one I can already tell it's sticky from the little crawlers cruising around, leaving behind the honeydew. I'm going to start by spraying the whole plant, roots and all. I'm going to take my Q-tip, and it's easier to get right in the cracks. I'm just gonna and I'm going to continue to inspect right underneath the underside, because that's mainly where the scale like to hang out. You can get rid of them just by using your fingernail, but at the same time, I don't want a bunch of scale living underneath my fingertips. So I did replace all the soil from this pot. So I wanted to start fresh. It's a very, very chunky aeroid mix I've prepared myself. I do add a lot of orchid bark and organic material. And you find a link to orchid bark down in the description. I also add plica, a few other pieces of charcoal. Can add a little bit more. I'm gonna start with the biggest guy. So now I'm going to give the birds of paradise a good soak. I'm going to add a couple drops of my Super Thrive. It's a nice vitamin mineral supplement derived from kelp. Very natural, and plants love it. You honestly don't need very much. It's heavily concentrated. I'll leave a link down below so you can find your own bottle. I highly recommend using Super Thrive. I also use it as a foiler spray in my spray bottle, and that you need a lot less. Your leaves can absorb all those good nutrients. If you want to learn more about the type of water I use, feel free to check out my other video I have. I'll leave the little card up above so you can check it out. So the plant looks a bit healthier, or a bit better. If you want updates, let me know down in the comments below. So I'll be checking on this plant every day in hopes of finding the new larvae hidden throughout the plants. I'll be spraying it down every day with my Safer's End-All. Alright guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them and help you out. If you have any other topics or plants you want me to cover, just let me know as well. We're on Instagram at Saltupplantco. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the videos, share them with all your plant friends, and we'll catch you guys next week. Adios.